fanfic, fan fiction. What do these words bring to your imagination? Cringe? Squeaky preteens? The fringes of society? Darlings, my dear, sweet darlings, you're wrong. Fanfiction is the creme de la creme of the internet. It is the backbone of fandoms. Don't try to deny it. I'm sure you have read at least one fanfic and thought, wow, this is gonna stay with me for a long time. I don't care if it was because it was really good or really bad. It still stayed with you. And that is what makes fanfiction magical. I would consider myself a fanfic expert of sorts. My specialty is the ex-reader niche. I live for the wish fulfillment that exists in this lovely corner of the internet. This is my comfort dumpster fire. Please put the fire extinguishers down. Thank you. Now come, take a seat. Take a moment to inhale the toxic fumes with me. They probably won't cause permanent brain damage. Now, when I say I love fanfics, I'm not just talking about the fanfics that were clearly written by someone who was blessed by the writing gods. The fanfics that make you go, why isn't this a global phenomenon? Why don't more people know about this? I'm talking the fanfics that were written by 12-year-olds who don't know about Grammarly and don't care. And by God, it's your problem now. The fanfics, you have to sit and study them word by word. Not because they're literary masterpieces, but because every other word is misspelled, and you're not entirely sure if it's English. The fics that make you feel like you might be losing your mind, or having a stroke. I cannot get enough of them. Please, give me more. Now, let's talk tropes. There are so many, and almost all of them are utterly delicious. Let's start with one of my all-time favorites. It's the trope of, we all live in this house, don't ask too many questions about it. Whether if it is established before the fic starts, or happens in the first couple of chapters. I love the contrived nature of YN getting stuck in a house with sexy McTumbler man and or mans. I'm just over here like, I see. YN's shitty mom kicked her out so she can turn YN's room into a crack den. Yes, realism. Oh, YN ran into sexy McTumbler man and has never met him before, but it's fine. This surely won't end badly. That's definitely not how things go. It's so unrealistic, and I just love it. Just, come sweep me off of my feet, sexy McTumbler man. Bring me to your house where you probably won't murder me. I also get where the authors are coming from in this trope. It is the wish fulfillment of, there is someone who is willing to sweep me off my fate and save me. When I no longer have the stability of mommy and daddy's money, someone else will be able to take care of me. It is the dream of never having to worry about where your food comes from or where the money you need comes from. And I absolutely get that. Now, before I go any further psychoanalyzing tropes in fanfiction written by most likely preteen girls, I would like to clarify, I'm not qualified. I have no degrees. I simply am observing shit that I know and I've seen for multiple reasons. One, I was a squeaky little preteen girl who loved writing fanfiction. And two, I read way way too much fanfiction. My girlfriend will confirm this. In fact, she thinks it's quite an unhealthy addiction. But you know what? At least it's not drugs. So, needless to say, I don't want my fanfics to be realistic. I want it to be interesting. Give me drama. Give me confusion. Give me the time of my life. I don't care that this character that we are collectively fantasizing about is a murderer and would no doubt kill me if we met. I want to be their little princess. Let me read a fanfic where YN has this macho man, unhinged, feral, could kill God with a flick wrapped around their little finger. It is amazing. And it is also completely understandable. The thought of someone just looking at you and being like, you deserve to exist. You're perfect, you're beautiful, you're mine. It's addicting because self-worth is something that's very hard to come across. And in the world of fanfiction and preteen girls, self-worth often comes from others, how others view you. When, truth be told, we all know it's the opposite. But it doesn't make it easier to feel confident. So, please don't bully these little fanfic writers. Now, the next two tropes I'm going to talk about go hand in hand. They are the tropes of, I'm an independent woman and I don't need a man, and the, I'm fucked up, but I'm not changing, do you want to just vibe with me trope. These are usually written by a slightly older fanfic authors. They've come to see the world for a more realistic viewpoint, that someone's not gonna come sweep them off their feet and take care of all of their worldly needs. These authors are now relying on the ideal of, I'm going to be able to take care of myself, but you also see that wish fulfillment of wanting someone to be okay with who you are for just who you are, not needing you to change, seeing you as a worthy individual. It's cathartic in a way to write stories like that. You'll start to see it in ideas and more realistic stories come from these tropes. Though, personally, I'm not a big fan of the I'm fucked up and I don't want to change trope, because I think change is healthy, and eventually, I hope fanfic author, whoever they are, will learn that too. But I completely understand where these tropes are coming from. The headspace of, I'm an independent woman and I don't need anyone, is, well, it's addictive, it's freeing. The idea of being able to make yourself into an amazing, idealized version of yourself through fanfiction is addictive. It's delicious, and there are reasons why I spent nights upon nights staying up reading fanfictions like this. A lot of it also comes from the payoff at the end, where YN has opened up enough to show off her trauma, and sexy McTumblerman accepts it. It's cathartic to feel like, eventually, you'll be accepted, your flaws and all. It's actually very cute, and I like these tropes. At least the first half of it. Fanfiction in general is built off of wish fulfillment. The ex-reader niche is built off of self-loathing, self-hatred. Looking in the mirror and feeling like you're not good enough. So, you take that hatred for yourself, and you build it into a character that you kinda like. Someone you wish you could be. A lack of self-confidence is pretty ubiquitous in most preteen girls, and that's because of, laugh at me all you want, the society we live in. Preteen girls are constantly getting beautiful women shoved down their throats and beauty standards. As someone who was born with a uterus, I can confidently say that it's terrifying to look around and not feel like you are represented among the women you're looking at. Feel like you are not worthy of being loved because of the way you look. And a lot of the reason why fanfiction is so impactful for so many young girls is because it gives them the wish fulfillment of I'm beautiful and I'm wanted. So before you go off and bully these very influenceable little girls, they're just doing their best to make it through life, like anyone is. So please, take a step back and be an observer with me. Take the cringe in and delight in it. Understand where it's coming from. Realize that maybe, some point in the past, you were there too. Quick side note I'd like to make. Don't see a fanfic author who is writing a very violent story as someone who necessarily needs help. Because writing is a therapeutic tool. They are using what they can to express their feelings in a healthy way. Though, I will tell you, if someone you care about is writing extremely violent fanfiction and or stories in general, keep an eye on them, make sure they're okay. But don't just go assuming things. Hell, if you're close enough, talk to them about it. Okie dokie, folks, I think I have rambled on enough about fanfiction tropes and psychoanalyzing those fanfiction tropes. Now, like I said in the beginning, I do not have a psychology degree. I am not a professional in the field. I am just a very observant, observer, and someone who was once in that place before. So, hear me out, but don't assume everything I'm saying in this video is perfectly and utterly correct. And if you think something I've said is absolutely bullshit, tell me. I would love to hear your opinion on it. Please, tell me. So, with that out of the way, this is your local fanfic connoisseur signing out. Good night, good day, and goodbye.